Everyone, I'm Shady.
Hey guys, Giacomo.
Hey everyone, it's Luke here.
We're from Milan Club Melbourne, doing another Rossoneri Roundup video. So, lads, another week, another friendly, yeah? A friendly or two.
Yeah, two more friendlies have gone past. Two more high-scoring games again. So what was it? It was 4-1 against Vicenza and 3-1 against Brescia. And we finally got to see Tonelli in a Milan shirt. So that's always nice to see. What did you guys think?
Yeah, it was good. It was great to see finally the signing announced through the week, and to see him kid up so quickly was good. And I think it was funny that it was against his former team.
Yeah.
Coincidental, but he played 15 minutes. He looked okay. Nothing to rave about because the game was pretty much done. But
yeah,
there was that one kind of out or just on the edge of the box shot that he had. That kind of
thought if that went in, I was like, wow.
Yeah, got us a bit excited.
Yeah, but other than that, I think we've looked pretty good all pre-season. I mean, like I said last week, you can only beat who's in front of you. Then they're not the highest quality teams, but we seem to be, beating them with ease, especially with all the, like 10 substitutions. So you can't complain with that.
Any for you guys, any standout players that maybe we wouldn't have considered going back a month or two that have come out in these friendlies?
Well, for me, there's a few that have impressed me. One that I'm really impressed by is Colombo. He just keeps scoring, which is all you can really ask from a young kid up in front. But the ones that are sort of crazy is Calabria has been really good in the pre-season, and so is Paquetá. And they're the ones that we would have thought would be on the out in this window. And it looks like Paquetá probably still is, but Calabria might have held his spot.
Yeah, it doesn't seem the rumors about Calabria and Conti seem to have died down. They seem to be holding on to their places. Conti even changing like his number now.
Yeah.
With Rebic taking the number 12.
It just seems like Maldini actually has a proper plan. He's not just jumping at the gun at whatever's coming. He actually wants a number to receive for every player. Like he has something somewhat set in stone, and he won't budge too far from that, which is good.
Definitely. I think I like the way Maldini's been operating in general. Both in like selling players and buying players, really. First of all, quite a few times we've been caught off guard in a sense. You hear all the rumors left, right, and center, and then all of a sudden you wake up to somebody signing. I like the way he's operating. I like the way things have been done. We saw the Andre Silva and Rebic swap deal. It was conducted really well to begin with, but even in the past few days, Silva went on a permanent deal. We got Rebic we've secured for 5 years now. Amazing business. And it's just all very seamless and quiet, and it's I like it.
He's got that class about him.
Fun?
He's got that class about him where he doesn't like if we miss out on someone, he doesn't then come out and bag them and say that they're a useless player or whatever. And then when we're going to sign someone, we don't hear anything. It's kind of just bubbling away in the background, and then it comes out.
Yeah, it's Milan DNA, mate. Milan DNA when it runs in the family.
I agree. It's he's very professional in the way he does things. Like even with, it looks like the Bakayoko deal's sort of gone stale. I think it's a good sign because obviously we don't really need him, but he's a nice to have, and we're not budging on just giving Chelsea what they want. We're sticking to what we want, and if we're not going to get it, we're not just bending over for these clubs anymore.
Yeah,
I like that. But mind you, the Bakayoko deal is still not dead in the water because I think Chelsea released their squad numbers and he wasn't in. They didn't include him in the squad numbers, right, for this upcoming season.
Yeah.
But having said that, I like that. We're not being bullied by anyone. We're not. Yeah. It's really good. We're
not
looking at alternatives.
We're sticking to what we want.
We're no longer taking the scraps either. It used to be just whoever. If you're a good player and you want to come to Milan, come over. We'll happily take you. But now it's actually like we want you and you'll come. So it's nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit like the old days again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of. We talk about this every week, really, but we're getting a bit of depth. We were talking earlier about. Let me see if I can pronounce this right. Tatarusanu, the Romanian keeper, international. Yeah, who was with Argentina before, obviously. We signed him from Lyon for about 500,000 euros. He should be a solid backup. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like the way we're doing. I like the way we do that with the goalkeepers, because a lot of clubs, there's a bit of animosity between the keepers when one's picked and the other one doesn't play. But the way we operate, everybody knows that Donnarumma is going to be the guy that's playing 100% of game time that he can. And they sort of there for experience and advice, but also they can hold their own if for some reason he gets injured or they have to play. So I like the way we do that.
That's a good point. Looking ahead, Luke, we've got the Shamrock Rovers game in a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
How do you see that? 3 days or so. How do you see that one playing out in Jackham?
Yeah, so it's our first small little test of the season. Critical. It's over in Dublin, and shout out also before we forget to our friends in Dublin at the Milan Club Dublin. I had the privilege of meeting a couple, Mike and a few others in the team in Milan when I was there for the derby. So I know they're all excited and pretty pumped for the game, but yeah, we want to see Milan do pretty well in Ireland. So yeah.
Jackham, what are your thoughts on the game going into it?
Yeah, like Luke said, it's our first sort of real test. It's the first game that really means anything for us. And I think it means quite a lot in the whole context of the season, because, to make it in the Europe stages, whether it be Champions League or Europa League, whatever it is, Europe's important for everybody. So I think making it to the Europa League this year is important for us to get our name back in the stage.
100%. All right, lads, before we go, we've had this on-again, off-again rumor with Chiesa from Fiorentina. We've heard his name, we've heard his name at the start of the Mercato, and then it just died off, and now we're hearing it again that Pioli is interested. Fiorentina want to basically sell the player. They're talking about something in the ballpark of, 35 million euros, somewhere like that. What you think? You take him? How many, I don't know. How much would you spend on a player like that, really? Do we need him in the squad?
Well, I'd love him. I'd absolutely love him. Whether he's worth that 35, 40 million. I know Fiorentina wanted 60 for him, which I think was way too much. And I think Maldini was pretty clear that was too much. But the Gazzetta said yesterday that that the Commisso wants him out, just because I don't think he wants to re-sign for Fiorentina anymore. So it's an opportunity. It's just whether, do we even have the money? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I would take him in a heartbeat. But there comes a time where you can't pay for players based on potential. And he's had a few years to, he was touted as the next big thing, and he sort of didn't really live up to it yet. But he's definitely got the potential to be a star. So I'd take him, but I wouldn't want to pay overs for him. Definitely not 60 million. But somewhere at a lower figure, I think he's worth taking a shot on.
Yeah, he would be a good addition.
It would be interesting though if we got him as well, and we had Donnarumma, Romagnoli, Tonelli, and Chiesa. Like and Chiesa, they all kind of progress like we think. That's kind of like the bedrock of the Italian national team at Milan.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, could be good chemistry between them. Well, yeah, I agree with you guys. I think he would add value definitely to the squad, but definitely not for 60 million euros.
No.
Do better with them. All right, lads. Well, I think that's just about the time we've got for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Next week, we'll be looking back at the Shamrock Rovers game, hopefully having qualified for the Europa League, or for the next stage at least. And we'll be looking to our season opener. Was it Bologna at home, right? Serie A opener?
Bologna.
Yep.
Look forward to that. All right. Thanks, lads. As always, Forza Milan.
Awesome. See you then.